our spirit? What is it? Where does it go? Are we able to see them using our mind's eye? If so, just what can spirit teach us? Welcome to School Through Spirit. Host DeEtte Renee is a certified psychic medium and master teacher of psychic and mediumship development through LWISSD. DeEtte was born knowing spirit and now is here to help you better understand the spirit world. And now your host, DeEtte Renee.
Good Monday morning, everybody. This is DeEtte here, School Through Spirit on the Edge Network. Coming to you every Monday morning, bringing some awareness, just some things to work on. Going to where some people just don't go, helping us to possibly evolve our souls, evolve our living. Who knows? God knows. We're just here doing spiritual things is what we're here doing. So, with that being said, guys, every morning we do start with a little bit of inspiration from Neil Donald Walsh. Just because his book really is inspirational to me and it helps me to see things, kind of a direction to go in. And then we go on to our 5-card stud. Our 5-card stud this week, as we all know, is a highlighted deck. Decks that are sent to me. And just to see if you would like to use them, if you would like to purchase a deck. So often we go into stores and what ends up happening is we go, oh, that looks good on the shelf. That looks good on the shelf. I'll buy it. But we open it, we go, oh, not the deck for me. And we end up having lots of decks. So what I like to do is grab the decks or have the deck sent to me, whatever the case is. And then I highlight them. I open them. I open the package. We look at the deck. We do whatever just to see if it's an easy deck to use, see if you like it, let you see a little bit of it, see if it inspires you, and go from there, all the while doing a reading. So this week is Raven's Wand Oracle by Steven Hutton. U.S. Game Systems, Inc. out of Connecticut is the publisher. We've been doing more of U.S. games, and I'm liking their decks. I'm liking their content. I won't even lie. I'm liking the content they have. It's pretty amazing. And it'll be awesome to see even more of them. It'll be so cool to see even more of those. So, just trying to get things kind of shared 3 different ways from Sunday on here so that we can get that stuff out and about. This is the weirdest thing in the world. I share this out and it just never shows up anywhere that I would like it to. So we're going to go back to that good old YouTube channel and share it up from there so that people can find it. People know where to go just to find us. Takes me a moment, guys. I do apologize. I was hoping this was going to be simpler this week. It is not simpler this week, and that's okay. That is okay. We're going to get this created and off to Never Land with everybody else that we do things with. Okay, it is shared onto the page. Hopefully people are able to find this. Oh my gosh, I did not share it. Oh my gosh. I did not hit the post button. So there we go for all those people that would like to find it. Find me. Here we go. Remember, if you do not see this in the comments, if you do not see this live, feel free to always go back and find it in the podcast form. We love it. Share it with others. So let's go to the book. A little bit of reading this week. You see it? Gorgeous artwork. I love the artwork. I love the art. I feel like I'm going to need glasses for this one. My eyes is a little tired. 6.5, 7 hours north of me. Yesterday, I was in Brainerd, Minnesota for the weekend. Lovely. So many light bulbs went off in my head. It was so amazingly magical too. And I will tell you guys, if you ever have the moment to just sit and see how life works, let things happen. just be able to see, to connect dots, I guess is the best way of saying it. To be able to sit in a space, allow just to be in a place, be in the moment, allow things to happen around you, and then afterwards go back and reflect. Just to sit there for a moment and go, wow, what happened? Let's talk about it either to yourself or with a friend. And the dots just start pinging off, to connect dots, to go, oh my gosh. And things start to just go, wow, I didn't realize that. I didn't know I was experiencing that. I didn't realize I was understanding that. Or having more things happen that just evolve your soul, evolve your maturity, for lack of better terminology, and to allow these light bulbs to go off, to go, wow, this is who I am. Like, this is crazy. And being able to look back years and go, wow, I've come a long way. For myself, that's what this last weekend was about. And it would take hours to go into the details of the different things that really I noticed. And some of them have already flighted away, like, oh my gosh, and they're gone. And they're just incorporated into my being now. But just moments of time where you're going, you know what? I just need to show up. I just need to show up. And sometimes, guys, that's my best advice. Just show up. Show up for yourself, and show up to see, get out of the day-to-day grind and show up to be yourself. Show up to learn. Show up to experience. Show up to be just present and see what starts to happen. So the book this week is Thought, Word, and Deed are the 3 levels of creation. Oh my gosh. It says, how is that thought, word, and deed are the 3 levels of creation? The answer is, it has been said that you create in your mind, and that is true. You create in your mind with the energy of your thought. The mind does not create, but thought does. Very interesting. God explains that every prayer, every thought, every statement, every feeling is creative. Your thought, word, and work and course deeds are all actions. Your thought, word, and course deeds are all actions. The moment you think, you speak, you do something, you create something. Your thoughts, your words, your deeds are all create with the energy which you are. Thought is pure energy. Every thought you have ever had, and ever will have is creative. In fact, natural law requires the body, mind, and spirit to be united in thought, word, and action for the process of creation to work. So the key here is to get out of your mind, your ego, and search your soul in order to know and create from your highest thoughts, because you are the creator of your reality, and life can show up no other way for you than that which you think it will. That's a mouthful. Now let's kind of get into this. And while I'm reading this, of course, I have got ding, ding, ding going off in my head. It really does. And I want to go with the first thing, because you will hear a lot of us energy workers or light workers or healers or whatever you want to call us. There's a million words for us. I just say we're people. We have this thing where it's I won't say it's funny, because it's very serious, but we'll say something. We literally think it, and then we say it, and then immediately we go, oh, no, cancel, cancel, cancel. It's too late. And that's what I think is funny, is because we are taught after the fact to go cancel, cancel, cancel that thought. I don't want that to happen. But the problem is the creation of that thought. What is going to happen with that thought started way before it ever exited your mouth, way before it ever exited. It starts back in here before you even realize the thought has become a reality to you. And I know that sounds kind of crazy. I know it does, but bear with me. How manifestation, how creating this reality, we are in this physical form, and that is very slow for us. That takes eons and forever. It feels like snail mail, snail trail for us to create something. So we kind of get fed up with it. Okay. And then we sit there, and as we've talked, now guys, we're going to the next level here. Well, we have talked several times, hours upon hours, about manifestation, how this works. And I know everybody's going, but DeEtte, it's not working. It's like watching certain movies or watching certain people that are experts on this, and it's not working. And it's literally because they're missing it. We're missing the slightest point of it. And it's because thoughts become reality. And Mike Dooley literally coined that statement, that phrase. He has, it is his to own, that he shares with so many. Thoughts become reality. Words don't become reality. Thoughts do. Okay. So when we use the words and we shout that out, like, I want, this is going to happen, blah, 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 it's too late. You have missed the ball. It is over the plate in the catcher's mitt, and he's looking at you like, dude, why are you still standing there with a bat? Like, that swing is done. It's past, because it starts in the mind. It starts in the mind. So it's literally putting yourself in a different mindset all the time, every day, working on this, pushing for this. I cannot tell you how important it is to live life mindfully. I still struggle with this. I am a normal, everyday human person, and I have thoughts that just are not the best thoughts, most positive thoughts. And I have to stop myself all the time and go, DeEtte, stop. Stop the thoughts. Retrain the mind. Think a different way. Look a different way. Whatever it might be. Why? Because so often we have mindless thoughts going on. These mindless thoughts. Okay. And they tend to be worrisome, negative, heavy, what if, and I do like the term what if, but they're all things that possibly we're thinking through something. Okay. It can also be kind of looking at something and thinking to yourself, because this is a big one that, like, if you don't have anything positive, don't say anything at all. If you don't have anything positive to think, don't think at all, because you are taking those thoughts and pushing it out. When you look in the mirror and you think, oh my God, I don't look good today, it's a thought. How are you ever going to get your eyes to change? If you think it's not going to be a good day, how is it going to be a good day? If you think you're not going to get the loan's not going to come into fruition. You have to start with a thought. And that thought, that pre-thought, and I know this sounds wildly wicked, guys, but it's the pre-thought. It's before the thought has even become a reality. And I know you're all going, well, how do I control that? How do I change that? It's simple. You start to just condition your mind to get rid of the negativity. Condition your mind to get rid of all of that heavy crap. And this isn't about living in a foo-foo land, or maybe it is. But it's literally getting your mind to the process of that, you know what? You're in a state of peace. You're in a state of calm. How we start to condition the mind is to sometimes start with the hard process of sitting in the storm of reality and finding peace within that reality. And I know that sounds really kind of hard. I know it's really hard, but with every tornado, there's an eye. There is an eye of the storm. Craziness. If you find the eye of the storm, if you ever find yourself in the eye of the storm, it's quite a brilliant place to be in. Okay, why? Because you can feel the power of the creation of what's going on around you, the creation of that wind, the creation of that, the magnitude of whatever's going on. It's the storm and the lightning and the rain and the power of the wind and everything that it is grabbed in its movement, and it's all swirling around. But the calm inside of it is not feeling any wind. It's not feeling the lightning, but it's seeing it. It's seeing the beauty of the lightning. It's seeing the beauty of the creation of what nature has done. It's also kind of like that's the calm before the storm. I know not everybody's been in that moment, thank goodness, of being in the eye of a tornado, but we've all been in that moment of the quiet before the storm, before that possible, tornado's coming. And it gets eerily quiet. And the sky changes and it becomes very bright. And you see the different colors of the lights. And it's eerily peaceful. you don't sit there and think, oh my God, what's coming at me? Because really we're relishing in the peace, because it's a rarity that we get that. And I can tell you, with every storm that's in your life, there comes peace. And I know we don't necessarily see this. Now, a lot of times I would take it back to my old career, okay, as a nurse. And some people told me I was very high functioning. And it's probably true, because rarely did I ever, no matter what you threw at me, rarely did I ever walk out of the building late, but still completed everything in a very timely manner and very, very efficiently. But as being a nurse, it was always chaotic. It was always everything happening all at once, because that's what happens in the medical field. And it might happen in other fields, but it's very much the medical field. It's a million things going on all the time. And in order to make it happen without feeling yourself pulling out of your chest in anxiety, you have to find a sense of peace within it. Some people call it order. Some people, call it that, what, maybe you're just a lucky one. Maybe you prioritize well. There's a lot of different ways of saying it, but it really is the person that finds the peace within it that is able to get all of it done in a timely fashion, efficiently and thoroughly. And we are asking you to take a moment in your reality and find the peace in all situations. Now, I walk into a lot of events, and a lot of those events aren't very fruitful, okay? Especially lately with the economy that has changed a little bit, and not everybody's on the same page as I am. So I have to walk into an event, or I should say, I choose to walk into an event to say, I may not benefit profitably in the way of financial gain, but I will gain profitability in other ways. And then I sit there and I look around and I send an energy out to everybody individually, how beautiful they are in their space, how beautiful their energy is, how beautiful the energy of that's going to come through the door. That everybody that's going to come through that door is going to find what they need. And it may not be picking up a crystal or a book and buying it or reading, walking out the door, but they're going to get what they need in even a conversation. That I will have the connections. I will get connections, conversations. I will receive as I give to others. Finding the peace, the beauty, and the reason why I'm there in that moment. And when you start to sit in that moment, I know you're thinking, God, yeah, where are you going at right now? But it really is. These examples are finding peace. That in all the chaos of this world, finding the peace of what's going on in life. Because quite frankly, it is so easy to get swirled up, caught up in all the negativities, and your mind to go racing with all that. It's so easy. It's so easy to get lost in all this. And I will tell you, I do it myself. And I'm finding that the more that I'm able to sit in a place of peace and not get negative and not get ahead of myself, but to per se see the beauty in whatever's coming, happening around me. It's allowed me to retrain my brain to a more peaceful state of mind. And when I say peaceful, it's not like I'm, a nun walking through a church and going, oh. It's not that. That peace is finding a simple word called joy. Looking around and I'm not uplifting myself as I uplift others. And that's how this whole creation of thought starts to happen. You start to retrain the brain to not go to the heavy, to not go to the negative, but to go to peace. I'm going to find the peace in the situation. I'm going to find the joy in the situation. I'm going to present out there with peace and joy. Now, the best example I have of this And it blew me away. And it happened this weekend. It blew me away. I do a lot of events, and I've been doing these metaphysical paracon events, all these different events for, gosh, almost probably close to 10 years now. And I do a lot of them. And I always say, I do not want to be at the table right in front of the door. My golden rule, do not put me there. Well, that happened not that long ago. And I walked through the door and I said, no, can't do it, will not do it. And the presenters of the event went, why? What's wrong with that? I said, I won't sit at that table. They went, okay, well, go sit over there. I said, okay. And I watched who I thought was the perfect person we put at that front table, who is a greeter. She's a psychic medium. She's a tarot reader, and she's got this energy that just says, come to me, come to me. And that's what she does. Come to me, come to me. And she draws people to her. And it's beautiful. And I thought she is the perfect type of person to be at that door. And I watched how busy she was that particular day not that long ago. And I went, whoa. Not the normal. Now, the reason I never like that front table is because people tend to walk in the door and they don't walk to the table right in front of them. They go to the right, they go to the left, they go around the circle, and they go back out the door and they miss that table. It's always been the case. Until I got to witness somebody sitting at that table that literally was going, come to me. And physically doing this, come to me, come see what I'm talking. And she's beautiful how she brings people to her. And I always think to myself, oh my God, I could never do that. So I walked into this event at Brainerd, Minnesota this weekend. And I'm like, where am I at? And where am I at that table? That first table. And I went, oh my good gracious. Heck to the no. Instead of moving me, the same presenter looked at me and said, do you have a problem being on center stage? And I went, do I? No, I'd like to be on center stage. And he goes, well, then sit down. And I go, well, this is my problem with this table. This is what happens. People come in, they never see anybody. He goes, well, if you want to move, and he went to move me. I said, no. I looked at him, I said, I made a commitment to you not that long ago. And wherever you put me in the room, I would take without complaint. And I'm gonna sit here. Set up my table, I'm gonna sit here. No matter what happened. And I was hard pressed to think nobody was gonna come and look at me. Nobody was gonna sit me. And it would be 2 days of just sitting there looking into the ethers. And when the doors open, the second of the two gentlemen stood behind me, like right on my back, like touching my back. And I went, what are you doing? He goes, just observing the door. And I went, okay. Good morning, Kiki. And as people walked through, literally, they looked past me, went to the right and went to the left. And I said, do you see what I'm talking about? He goes, this is interesting. I said, what's interesting about this? He goes, how nobody sees you. And I said, I told you that's going to happen. He goes, it's what you've chosen. I went, what? He goes, draw a line to yourself, an energetic line from the front door, through the lobby, through the door to you, so that people follow that line. And I went, I can't do that. He goes, why? And I said, because that's taken from everybody else. He goes, no, it's not. And he walked away. And I sat there with that for a few moments. And an older lady comes up and she goes, hello, where do I find the sheets to tell me about the presenters? And I thought, there I am, the greeter. And I said, let me go help you find this. And I got up from my table and I took her out the door and I took her to the front desk. And I said, these ladies can help you with that. And I turned around and I thought, let's try something. And I put it in my mind, and it wasn't even a conscious thought. It was just the beginning, because literally the try and the happening happened so quickly. And I turned around, I put my hands in as I walked through the door, and I said, everybody that comes through this door sees me. And it happened, those words and that thought and that process happened in between the no thought, dead space in my brain. In the forethought where I'm actually creating the thought. In that sweet spot. You know where Tinkerbell says to Peter Pan, you'll find me in that state right before you wake up. That's where you'll find me. And that's where the thought happened. And I went and sat at my table. Not even 5 minutes had passed. And people came in, and what they did is they walked right up to me. Do you do readings? What type of readings? Da, 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 da. They were engaging me. They were talking to me. Everybody that walked through the door was walking up to me. Now, not everybody sat with me. But for the whole day, everybody walked to me before they walked anyplace else. And I gave them information on myself, but I also then gave them information on other people. What are you looking for? Let me help you. I was that greeter. I had people sit with me. It was beautiful, but I was also helped to direct people, which was also just as beautiful. And that did not take any time from what I needed to do. Now, Sunday came. Good morning, Michelle. Sunday came. And I thought, I'm going to do this again. So I went outside and I got the conscious thought and sat with that thought about it, pushed that thought through. And you know what happened? Nobody's seen me. And I went, gosh, why didn't it happen? Why did it not work the same way 2 days in a row? And it wasn't until the end of the day where I was talking to some people and I went, wow. The first day it was a pure thought. The first day it was an intention-based pure thought without the thought. It was just the intention. It was that light, here we go. Not a forceful, not anything. It was just a wispy into the energy. It was where in that space of your brain where reality is created, where creation is created. Not here after I analyzed it, but back here. And I thought, how interesting. No wonder why so many things have not happened that I wanted to happen. It's because I'm always putting it up here after I've overthought it and analyzed it. It's no different than speaking it and trying to say cancel, cancel, cancel. When you put yourself in that process of changing how you think, literally from the get-go, change how you think. Switch those words into positive intentions. Learn to say this is already mine. I don't have to overthink it. Allow the reality to know it's being created for you in the back of your mind without even coming through the mind, through the mouth. And allow yourself to have everything. There is nothing in this world you cannot have. If you want to travel the globe, and you put out an intention, if I know this is where I want to go, I'm going to go. It's no more thought than that. It's going to happen. And you're going to do it all the time. But if you think to yourself, I want to travel, and you go through a million thoughts, it's never going to happen. So change your thoughts. Allow those thoughts to become a reality. Allow yourself to realize you are the creator that you are. Whether you are creating a positive existence that you would like, or a negative one that seems to be obstacle after obstacle, know that you are creating all of it with your thoughts. So start today changing the way you think, the way you perceive yourself, the way you perceive the reality of people around you. Start to see the beauty in it all and finding the peace in every single situation, and allow your thoughts to change. And then you're going to start to find that the reality of everything around you is going to change also. Hopefully this helps somebody today. And with that being said, we're going to take a quick moment and we're going to take a station break and show some beautiful commercials. And we'll be back in a few minutes with School Through Spirit here on the Edge Network. My name is DeEtte. See you in a few.
Can you harm yourself using energy medicine? The answer is yes. Gail Lynn, the creator of the Harmonic Egg products for commercial and home use, has been involved in the field of energy medicine for the past 15 years. In her experience, Gail has witnessed cases where people have faced negative consequences due to the improper use of energy medicine. Some individuals did not allow the sessions to integrate properly or exposed their bodies to beneficial energies for extended periods, leading to harmful effects. This can cause the body to go into a defense, flight, or fight mode, creating confusion within the body despite the positive nature of the energy. There is also the potential risk of hiring a wounded healer who may unintentionally hurt their clients. For those reasons and more, she is committed to educating people about the safe and appropriate use of energy medicine. For those interested in learning more, Gail provides videos, articles, and other resources at harmonicegg.com. Contact her directly at info@harmonicegg.com to find out about safe and effective energy healing products and services.
Are you ready to elevate your spiritual journey and embrace transformation? Our celestial guided pennants are powerful tools designed to support your spiritual growth. Infused with tensor technology and the energy of crystals, these pennants help you release what no longer serves you and opens the doors to new beginnings. Explore our angelic armor collection today at energiesofservice.com and find the pennant that resonates with you. Transform your journey. Embrace the power of angelic armor today.
Hey guys, welcome back. This is DeEtte here with School Through Spirit on the Edge Network. We're about to do our 5-card stud. Now, remember last week when I kept dropping the letter openers that helped me open the cards? These are the 2 I had. And I said, oh my gosh, I think I need more because I keep dropping them. Guess who's got more? And look at how gorgeous they are. Look at that. Look at all those amazing birds. Anybody who doesn't know me, I love birds. I love birds. I don't even know why I love birds. I just love birds. So I got all these amazing letter openers now, which means if I drop one, I got 6. I got 6. Not only 6, then I got a little tiny baby knife too. There is no reason why I should be dropping anything at this point. Okay. So, wrong deck. That's next week's deck. Literally while we were on break, I flipped to a page, put the bookmark in, grabbed a deck. It was that quick. Just reached down. There we go. I don't give a lot of thought process to this, guys. There's just not a reason for a lot of thought. Good morning. Good morning. So today is Raven's Wand Oracle. We're going to see what Raven's Wand Oracle is about. Let's open this up so I can see it. You can see it a little bit better. It's when we have all the wonderful wrapping on it, it really kind of glows, doesn't it? It just kind of glows. So let's throw that away. So there we go. Hopefully you can see it. I think that's gorgeous. This just makes me feel like such a warrior deck, and I don't even know why. So what's the back say? It says Raven's Wand Oracle, inspired by Steven Hutton's popular Dark Raven Chronicles trilogy. Raven's Wand Oracle draws insights from the tale of the mysterious Black Wand, brave young Kuphania, whose fate is to save witchcraft, and the sage old witch Valino, who consoles that mind creates matter. Other witches you will meet. Oh my God, I can't read today. Other witches you will meet in the Wildwood Coven include Raya Winsome, who shares her creative energy, Ada Crab, the senior gardener, Oshana, and the dragon twins, Hethra and Hala. Each member of the coven has important life lessons to offer. Through vivid artwork and heartfelt messages, Raven's Wand Oracle invites you to explore The Profound Wisdom of Witchcraft. I like this deck already. It's a 44 card deck, 60-page guidebook with 4 custom card spreads. I like that. I even like the fact that it says the custom spreads. I love that. Now, we all know I love a deck that just almost opens itself. Look at the inside. It just opens itself, which I love. We all know this. I love the fact that the book it's light. It's really light, which is nice. No pictures in here. No pictures. It's not a picture book. I will tell you though, it's got the upward and the reverse. So upright and reverse meanings, which is going to tell me, guys, this deck is not going to be for the, as simple as it might seem, it's not going to be for the faint of heart, because it does have the reverses in there. A lot of people don't play with the reverse anymore cards. This one is. So, which says that even though it's only 44 cards, it has 88 different meanings, which is also going to play in place where they're all at and how each one's going to play off of the other in a full reading. Kind of like that. It gives it a little bit, it's an oracle with a little bit of a tarot nature on there. A little bit more in depth without even opening the cards. I already know that's what it's going to be. It's just going to have more. Okay. Again, may not be the best for the beginner. I don't know yet. We don't know yet. Unless you're a beginner that's going, wait a second, I'm really proficient at this type of stuff. Now I want to start reading the reverse also and kind of getting what the gist of that might be for that. Who knows? Who knows? Artwork seems to be insane. Oh my gosh. The artwork is insane. Oh my good gracious. Look at that gorgeous dragon. Look at that gorgeous dragon. I love this. I love this. So let's start shuffling these cards. I'm not sure if I'm going to need the book or not with these. Who knows? We'll figure it out in a few minutes if we need the book. With this being said, guys, as we do this every week, I am going to pick 5 gorgeous cards. Oh my gosh, even the back. Beautiful. I'm going to pick 5 cards. I'm going to read each one of these cards individually. When I'm done reading them individually, we're going to read them as a whole. Okay, all 5 together. So essentially, you can have up to 6 readings. How this is going to work, there's you're doing once, huh? Each card I'm going to read individually. Pick a number 1 through 5. Pick 1 card, 2 cards. Pick all cards. It doesn't really matter. This is up to you. Or you can wait until I put them all together and read them as a whole. You can also, if you have multiple issues, write out, pre-game for this, guys. I'm coming on pre-game. Okay, write down your issues. Put a number by the issue. That is going to help you. Each card is going to help you give guidance towards whatever the issue is. Okay, and if you're new here and you doubt this, trust me, I cannot tell you how many people either comment on the actual page and or comment later on to me, message me later going, oh my God, yeah, you're not going to believe how accurate that was and how much it helped me. So trust me, it works. It's strange. It's magic. Who knows? But it works. Okay. So that's being said, let's get this going here. I always do a little bit of a thing here. I can't read today. Commemoration. I can't read. There you go. I'm going to open the book on this one because I just can't read. But look at the artwork. Oh, can everybody else read? I can't read today. I can't pronounce today. I'm looking like a total idiot. I don't care. We all know reading is not my strong point. I like energy better. So that is card number 1. We're going to go to the book on this. I can't even read. I know what it means. I just can't read it for the life of me. And I do not know why. I do not know why. It says we offer events that nobody living now remembers. And while this might honor past sacrifices, sometimes it keeps others things alive too. Here, Kitty Watson prepares for a feast marking a struggle between witches and their illumination. There was a great deal of bravery that terrible day, but can other things to be truly separated from old wounds? Old hates can easily pass down the generation, disguised as righteous gratitude. So be mindful to remember the courage and not their aggressor. Be inspired by the rabbits. They happily nibble fungi. toxic to humans, but the poisons seem to have no effects on them. Instead, they digest only the nutrients. When we're looking at this, it's really kind of looking into your past and looking back and going, wow, I've had all this. So if you pick card number 1, you're really looking at, you're kind of sitting there in the past. You're kind of sitting there going, oh my gosh, woe is me, blah, 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 contemplating whatever's going on. And start to realize that, you know what, don't sit in the humdrum of the negativity. You have memories coming up, old things coming up. Don't sit in there in the poor me, woe is me type of situation. What I need you to do is kind of sit there and go, wait a second, what are the positives? What did I get from this? Where am I going forward with this? Why did this happen? What is it that I was to learn through this or experience through this? And grab that, nurture yourself, bring that into a time of today. When it happened to you, you may not have been at a level of understanding. You've got more maturity, more wisdom, more knowledge. Look back on things and take that's going to feed your soul for the positive aspect, not the negative. Start to change the reality of today, okay? So often past will come back to haunt us. And when we look at those hauntings, we don't see that the negative is what it's not working anymore because it didn't work for us in the past. It's not working anymore. Take the positive, bring it into the process of the today, and then have that positive help you work its way out for whatever the new problem is. Hopefully that makes sense to you. The next card, number 2, is the Night Watch. The Night Watch. I'm kind of liking the book with her. It's kind of cool. I like what it's going, but she's giving a little bit of a twist on things that I did not see coming. So let's look at what the book says. His tourist duty is a guide to young witches to Hope Coven. But while sitting night watch, he spies a light deep in the woods. Instantly, he reaches for his sword, but refrains from drawing it just yet. His first reaction is to fight. But is the light a threat or ally or an opportunity? He is caught between firelight and moonlight, just as he's torn between action and patience. Silently, he watches the light draw closer. Even though his protective instincts are very strong, he must act only when absolutely certain. And that's a big thing. So number 1, if you picked card number 2, things are happening around you. It's nerve-wracking. You don't know if you should come or go. Don't know if you should fight or flight. What is going on, okay? Past behavior has always been to react initially and then kind of second guess it later. This card is literally telling you just to hold your breath, wait for it, see what's happening, see if it's going to dispel on its own, or if you really do even have to react to anything, because you may not have to react. The solution is going to be there no matter what is going to happen. So even though everything feels very heavy around you, even though everything feels like, you know what, it's just too much, don't worry about it. Just hold your breath, let things continue to go, and allow that to come to fruition on its own, whatever that might be. Okay. Card number 3, Nature of the Beast. Gosh, my phone is just having a heyday today. It's Monday and it is already started. So Nature of the Beast, card number 3. Nature of the Beast. What does she have to say for this card? I'm so far like these. These cards are a little bit heavier than most. I'll tell you what so far. It says Rooter, or Rudy, as the witches know him, is a fearsome wild boar that adopted the coven years ago and appears reluctant to leave. Zathira Berry, I know I can read that, but I can't read a simple word. Zathira Berry takes her turn at feeding him kitchen scraps. None of the witches are afraid of him, not because he's tame, but because they respect his nature. He's a wild, and they do not challenge that. Rooter might be true to his nature, but as humans we have a choice that Rooter lacks. We can choose to be brutish or civilized, even if it's not easy to choose to make, the decision is ours. Now, looking at this, so when we pick card number 3 and we're looking at why this came on, you really are at a place of making a decision. Do you want to go right? Do you want to go left? How do you want to act upon this? Okay. The simple thing is, in this card, is the beauty of it, the piece of it is the fact that you get to make the choice. You are literally in that choice, knowing which way you're going to go in your future. Okay. Realize that you are the creator of this. And that's what this card is speaking to me and to tell you is you are the creator of this reality that is happening. You are the one making the choice. Now, so often people say, oh my gosh, I didn't have a choice of this happening, that happening, or the other happening, but yet you do. So sit there in that, realize, take a moment, take a breath, and start to go, okay, if I choose this, what's it feel like? If I choose that, what's that feel like? Know that you are, you don't have to worry about what other people are thinking or what other people are going to react to you. Yours is the first choice to make. So take that time, look at it, and realize that you are the creator of this journey. Okay? Makes things a little easier in life if you realize that the power is yours. Card number 3, Daisy and the Dandelion. Daisy and the Dandelion. So what does Daisy and the Dandelion have to say here? The dandelion is very happy to have his tummy tickled. He knows how to enjoy simple pleasures and doesn't mind showing it. Let his appearance in your reading remind you to make room for fun in your life. He's encouraging you to plunge into the soft bed of dandelion seeds and scatter them just for the thrill of it. Go on. Nobody's looking. So card number 4 really is telling you just to take a moment, have fun, enjoy. Just enjoy. So often in life, we get wrapped up in everything that's going on. We get wrapped up in life. We get wrapped up in our workday. We get wrapped up in all the problems and all the drama. And it says to stop. Stop the chaos. Stop everything that's going on. Take a moment for yourself. Go for a walk. Laugh. Find the fun in it. Find the laughter in it. Take time. It doesn't matter if people are doing it with you, if you're doing it by yourself. But it really is time for you to take a moment and just find the joy in life. Find the fun of things. Hard pressed. You're probably struggling pretty hardcore right now. So the last card is the power of words. The power of words. Ooh. Now I'm kind of curious because that card looks a little darker, but I don't think it's as dark as I think it is. So the power of words, as she says it, is tradition says that the weaver of fate is a great spider known as a timekeeper. By delivering him heartfelt notes via his lesser kin, the pentacle spider's Ruby Hawthorne hopes her words can influence her fate. Of all humanity's achievements, language is perhaps the greatest gift and curse. Words have power. Once said, they cannot be taken back. In our age of instant communication, they can travel the globe in seconds and be preserved indefinitely. Be precise with your words and send them into the world as ambassadors and not weapons. So if you pick card number 5, what you're looking at is that you finally come to this realization this week that guess what's happening? Everything you speak is going to happen. It's coming out your mouth. It's there. You cannot take back. You cannot undo. You cannot rewrite what you have said. It has been done. You cannot undo this. Okay. So this card is telling you in the situation at hand, do not speak. Sit back, sit for a second, sit with what's going on, sit with your knowledge. It is not time for you to act. Okay. This card is saying do not act yet. You need to wait before you speak. Okay. Wait before you act. This feels like it's going to be very hard for you to practice, but in your mind, you have to literally go, okay, whatever's happening, I'm just going to hush and I'm going to wait to see where I'm going to go with it. Okay. It's don't act or don't react, but act. Okay. So card number 1 is commemoration. Card 2 is night watch. Card number 3 is nature of the beast. Card number 3 was Daisy and the Dandelion. Card number 4 is the power of the words. Now, when I look at this week, it's going to be a whole lot of doing things different. This week it's going to, and I think you're going to be blown away by the end of the week. Why? Because I do believe how you have been acted in life really is based on past thoughts, past realities. And what is happening is that finally wisdom is kind of caught up to you. And you're realizing that the ways that you used to react or act to something is not working for you. And you're going to start reacting to things a little bit differently. You're taking your time. You're working through things. This is really a week that, you know what, things are coming to you. Problems and opportunities both are coming to your door. Okay, because this is really a week of just things happening and you're practicing. This really is a week of practice, learning how to react to things, act to things in a different aspect than you ever have before. this is a beautiful week, guys. It's going to feel like a heavier week. It really is. Whether it be a lot of positive things, what you deem positive or what you deem negative, it's just a lot coming at you. That's okay. We have weeks like this, okay? How you're going to respond to it is really what matters. Don't go into your past and pull out the old, bag of tricks. That bag of tricks is no longer working for you. Leave that bag of tricks back there. It's not going to help solve anything. Start to look at new ways to solve issues, deal with things, and go forward. You're going to find out that life's going to be a lot more peaceful when you do it this way. Wow. This is a deck. This is a deck. This is a deck. I will tell you, this is a deck that literally you're going to kind of look at this and go, wait a second, how am I going to work with this? This deck is not one for the faint of heart. I'm going to tell you that. This deck, I do love that. I like this deck a lot. This deck is really not just a deck to go, here you go, here's some quick answers. This really is a deck that's going to help change your life, thought-provoking, kind of propel you into a different way of looking and thinking, okay? It really is magical how this deck is. Give yourself some, if you're going to buy this deck, I would love you to take this deck, study this deck, incorporate it into your life, and realize that not only is this deck really going to help you with really the hardcore issues. If you pull cards to not just for how my day is going to be, but how the heck am I going to get through this? This is a deck for you. I will tell you that right now. If you're pulling cards to go for real life drama issues, more than just the tickle tummies in the morning, this is a deck that you're going to want. It's not for the faint of heart. And I love it because you can also read these cards in reverse, and they give a lot on that. So this is a deck about growth, guys. It's a keeper. It's definitely a keeper. Okay. I won't even lie. It's a keeper. I like it. I like it a lot. Won't lie to you. I like this deck. So guys, with that being said, where is DeEtte at this week? Where is DeEtte? DeEtte is home. DeEtte is home. Why? DeEtte is teaching this weekend. DeEtte I am doing an in-person class this week. Can you believe it? An in-person class. I have not done an in-person class, in quite some time. I actually thought about that this weekend. And up until a couple of weeks ago, I hadn't been teaching. I just hadn't. I unintentionally took a hiatus from teaching. I finished up the last of the online classes last fall. I did an in-person class sometime last fall, and I took a hiatus and didn't even realize it. But now I am back. I am teaching intermediate the course this week. If it is something you're interested in, please reach out to me. Send me a DM at bear BEARBAIR. And that's my DM, or you can just send me an email at medium@DeEtteRenee.com. You can go to my website, DeEtte.us, and send it through the contact page, whatever easiest for you. My intermediate course, yes, if you're a beginner, yeah, you can still jump into it. Why? Because I give you a ton of knowledge for the beginners, along with the intermediate. We take, some of that, give you a lot of information, and then just kind of bridge it into kind of fast tracking you, do things a little bit faster than maybe you thought you could. But I've had a lot of beginners take the intermediate, and they're truly successful within it. So that is a 2-day course, Saturday and Sunday, from 10 to 5 p.m. both days. That course in person is $200. And yes, there's still time to sign up for it if you'd like to take it. And I can give you the jazz of where it's at. It is in southern Wisconsin. Please come find me if you'd like to take it. I would love to have you. It's not too late. Right up till the morning of, you can still sign up, because I'm that person. I'm that teacher. Where am I going to be for the next week? I believe next weekend, not this weekend coming up, but in a week and a half. I do believe I'm in Rochester, Minnesota. I believe that's where I'm at. Yes, I'm in Rochester, Minnesota. Flipping amazing. I love going up to Rochester. That is with Beyond the Veils, with Medicare Pro Soul and Synergy. that we are doing those events with. It's a one-day event for that day. Super amazing. I will also let you know my schedule is open for readings. Please come on in if you want some guidance, want to speak to a loved one, work on some stuff, medical intuitive, whatever you want. I'm here. I'm your gal. I'm your gal. Come in, say hi. I'm here. I'm here. So with that being said, guys, we're going to take the rest of the day off. I hope you guys have a phenomenal week, and I will see you next Monday morning here on the Edge Network. I'm DeEtte with Go Through Spirit. See y'all soon, guys. Bye-bye.
There are psychic mediums, but there is nothing like DeEtte. Let's face it, we all struggle time and again. But if you seek the clarity you deserve, then you need to seek DeEtte. As a master teacher, DeEtte studied under international psychic medium Lisa Williams. Together, they not only help DeEtte better tap into spirit, but also build a long-lasting relationship. So many psychics tell us what we want to hear, and that just won't cut it with DeEtte. She tells you what you need to hear. No sugarcoating here. To book a reading with DeEtte is simple. Just visit her website, DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us. And follow the Yellow Brick Road to connect with DeEtte. Don't just sit there and ponder those questions. Ask them and let DeEtte guide you every step of the way. You need insight now, and DeEtte can help. Just visit DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us.